Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon.
Hey guys, it's Vanity. Ezel back in another card fight, Vanguard, Ezel and the Vanity weekly review. So if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and donate to the Patreon. Let's get started. Today we have just a good amount of reveals for deck support of Lyrical Monasterio as per usual, but we also have some we actually have some really good support cards for Powerful. I like how they released one deck with a okay-ish support cards one week, and then literally the next week they gave it one card that makes it really good. So let's go ahead and get this started. First up, today we have our starter card, which is, or our first card is Pious Liliana, grade 3, twin drive, persona right, 13k base, powerful, auto rear. When this unit attacks, if you have no soul cards, counterblast 1 and this unit gets plus 10 for the battle. So really good. It allows you to counterblast 1, and you know your Kamira allowing you to stand a unit as long as you have no face-up damage, and then your next counterblast is free. Basically allows us to be a 23k swinger on 2 attacks, which is really nice. And I think it's a really good support card for that, so I give it a 3 of. I mean, it's an argument for the the original powerful support grade 3, but they're both still good cards in return. I think this one's better though, but you never know. Next up, we have Authentic Melody Esmeralda, grade 2, intercept, 5k shield, 5k base, 5k shield, 8k base, auto rear. When this unit attacks, if you sang Crimson Runway this turn, it gets plus 10 for the battle. So Bushy decided, okay, let's make a card that has all abilities based off of what songs you could sing, and then let's make another card that is specified to one specific song. I mean, yeah, that's good and all, except it requires you to sing Crimson Runway. If you don't remember what Sing is, that requires you to turn a face-up card face down in the order zone, which means for this to go off multiple times, that either means you have to constantly be placing a Crimson Runway into your order zone so that your Vanguard can sing it, or you have enough 6 fractal in your hand to keep flipping the Crimson Runway back over. But I don't think that's going to work. I mean, Esmeralda can be good, I just question why it is specifically Crimson Runway. Either way, I give it a hard 3 of, because it's a free 18k swing. It's just a questionable 18k swing at that. Next up, we have Beating Heart Kamira, grade 3, twin drive, persona right, 13k base, can choose from a rear guard circle if Twilight Sound of Waves was sung this turn. All everyone use is plus 2. Great, so now we have another one, except this one I argue is better, just because, like, yeah, it still requires you to sing the order, and it's the same thing as before, where either you have a constant copy of it in hand to play, or you have 6 fractal to be able to flip it face up again. But at least it pumps everyone up, except it's only by 2. I don't like this card, if you can't tell, and I'm trying to think of an excuse to call it bad, even though, like, especially because it has to be in the front row circle to do it. At least it gives it to everyone in the front row, so 2 of, maybe? Hard maybe. And then our next card is the card of the combo, Panicked Hurry Frochet, grade 3, twin drive, persona right, 13k base. Continues rear guard if 6 flower fractal was sung this turn, it gets plus 5. Yes, because these two required 6 fractal for them to be good, which means this one's also going to require it to be good. God, I hate all of these support cards. Like, okay, they're fine in the sense that they give power, but to rake them, this is the worst. This is the one that you're most likely going to use if you use any of them. Or sorry, this is the one you're most likely going to use. So, second worst slash, like, okay, this one's guaranteed in last place. These two are tied for first in the sense that, like, 18k swing, but this one has shield. So, 2 of? 3 of? I don't know with this one, honestly. And then we have an actual good card, which I think might make Kamira a bit too good. Fluttering Toned Signe. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Honestly, when I first saw this thing, I thought it was going to be like the Mystic Voice from Willista, so I thought it was going to be a Willista support card, but powerful. Auto rear, when this unit boosts, if your soul has no cards, counterblast 1 and choose one of your units, it gets plus 5 for the turn. Okay, way to boost units up by 5. And auto rear, at the end of the battle that it boosted, if your Vanguard has the powerful ability, stand this unit, choose a card from your soul, and put it to drop. Now, with how that skill works, because the stand comes first, you do that, and even if you have no soul, you must complete the skill as much as possible, which to an extent means that at the end of each battle, this thing will keep restanding. So, if you found a way to do like the Yasue grade 0 loop where you could just like move the grade 0's column after each boost that failed and then keep restanding it over and over and over again so it could boost the other column, yeah, then Signe would be broken. But even without it, like, at least the column that got at least the unit that got the restand, if it has this behind it, will also get an extra boost out of it. And this is a way to make you lose 2 soul. And that ability does not require you to be in powerful, which means you could swing with that column first, soul blast one in case you are not in powerful, and now boom, you are in powerful. So Signe is pretty good. And I give it a 4 of in a powerful deck. I don't know, I was about to say 3 of. This thing is actually really good. It gives you power and it gives you a restand out of it that can be looped as hell if they find more ways to restand during the battle phase. So 4 of.
And our interesting card ability support lineup continues with Heartwarming Fingertips Edelgard. Grade 3, 200% rate, 13k base. Auto rear when this unit attacks, this unit gets +2 until end of turn. Mirror each into battle for each of your other ghost rear guards. So the most this can hit is 21? No, yes. The most it can hit on its own is 21, plus a boost of, assuming of a grade 1, 29? Okay, that's actually really good. It's a +2 for each ghost unit. If you've got a board, you can definitely make something out of this, and I believe we did just get a grade 1 that can bounce units back to deck, right? We got a grade 1 for that, right? I'm 95% sure we did, I don't really remember. But, Edelgard, if we have a grade 1 that can bounce something at the end of the battle that it boosted, 2 of or 3 of. If we don't, 1 of tech. It has its potential, though. I know Bushy will eventually give us a card that does it if we don't already have one. And then we have Roundabout Lyrics Ashley, grade 2, intercept, 5k shield, 10k base. Can change rear guard if you have no other form of rear guards. This unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects or attacked. What reason would there be to call this? I really wish they made this a generic double rare that had that skill and then another skill that supported most of the decks, or made this a singular card that can support one specific deck. Cause granted, a card that can't be swung into is useful, so you can just put triggers on Van and I guess it's better suited towards Kari, but I'm kind of 50-50 on this skill. 2 of? Maybe? I'm not gonna say I don't see the use of this card, because I feel like I know what they're gonna use it for. And if you don't know, then it's the friend cards that I'm pretty sure we're about to get tomorrow. Which, by the way, I'm recording this on Monday. So I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get the card that supports this, but as of now, of current time frame of 6:33 on January 31st on Monday, it is not that good. But we don't know what's going to happen the day after, so 2 of for now, and then 4 of probably when we get friends, unless friends don't need this at all. And now for everyone's favorite segment, a bunch of nameless cards. So let's go ahead and get this one started. Grade 1 boost, 10k, 5k shield, 8k base. Auto when it's placed on rear guard. If you have more rear guards than your opponent, you may draw a card, and if you do, choose a card from your hand, discard it. Okay, that's a fair card for Eugene and Overlord, I guess, but not something I would, well, maybe Passive Girl too, but, not really something I would run 2 of, just because of the art, but not something I would run for the skill. And then another nameless card, grade 2, intercept, 5k shield, 10k base. Auto rear when this unit attack hits a Vanguard. If you're still 7 or more cards, choose an opponent's rear guard and kill it. You see, you would think that this would combo nicely with this, and it does, except that this is a Dark States unit. I guess it works for Barrowmore. I mean, it does work for Greedon, obviously, but then again, you want to having standing rear guard, so it doesn't work for Greedon. I don't think you want to use this in Bruce, because you just, yeah, it's a free kill compared to Eden, but I think Eden is just better than this. But you can use it in Barrow for a free kill, so, 3 of? 4 of? No, not 4 of. 3 of in a Barrow deck, or 2, just for teching options. Grade 2 is intercept on 5k shield, 10k base again. Auto rear when this unit attacks. If your damage zone has more cards than your opponent, this unit gets +5 for the battle. So 15k swing. You know what? Yeah, 15k swing. That's really good. Not really. It's a fine card, I guess. If it was 15 for the turn, I could see it, because then there'd be a way to restand it, and then you could get more power out of it. I don't think this thing's that good. Maybe in Premium he's useful, but definitely not in D by the sounds of it. Then we have a grade 3 twin drive with Persona Rate, 13k base. Auto rear when this unit attack hits, choose one of your other grade 3 units and gets +5 for the turn. They just took this from, wait, no. Yes, they took this from a grade 2, I think, but You see, what I'm hoping off based off of this is like these are all support cards for the newer D decks we're gonna get in set 5, even though they're not a part of set 5 and they're just random promos. Really hoping, because none of these skills seem to stand out to me. I mean, it adds on hit pressure, I guess. 2 of, 3 of. Then we have a grade 1 boost, 5k shield to 8k base, auto rear when this unit boosts. If you have 6 units, you get +5 for that battle. Okay, Magnolia, I guess I can see this working with. Yeah, Magnolia, definitely not Flagbearer, because Flagbearer can only pull it off so many times. Zorga, maybe? Yeah, I'm not really feeling this card either. I'm gonna give it a 3 of, though, because this is the one I can actually see. And then we move back to Lyrical Monasterio cards. A grade 2 Thunderstep, 5k shield, 10k base again. Auto rear, when your other rear guard is returned to your hand. If this unit's on rear, counterblast 1. Choose one of your vanguards, and that and this unit get +5 for the turn. Okay, clearly this is meant for powerful, despite the fact it doesn't have the powerful ability. I can see this thing being useful. It allows you to eat up counterblast, and it gives this unit and your vanguard +5, making it for better numbers, slightly. So I give this thing a 4 of, actually, in a powerful deck, just because it can be useful despite the fact it doesn't have powerful. And now we have Head to Pinnacle Katlein, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Auto is usually placed on rear guard, counterblast 1, discard 2, and draw 2 cards. Okay, that's an interesting way to just use your counterblast. It's kind of like Pot of Greed, but they slapped a cost on it. And you can put it in powerful for the sake of hand changing, or you can put it in Kari for the sake of hand changing. I don't really know about this one. I am going to give it a 3 of in whatever deck you choose to run it, just because I can see it being useful, but I don't imagine that you will run it more than 2, because Katlein, counterblasting 1 to discard 2 is just counterblasting 1 to discard 2, really, but it's fine. 2 copies. And then our last card is Detour Together Elvi, grade 3, 200% rate, 13k base. Continues from rear guard circle all your rear guards with the different card names, as this unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects. And auto rear, when this unit attack hits a vanguard, you may countercharge 1. You see, now here's the thing. I was going to argue that this is for, that this is for Earnest Skill, based off the first skill, but then based off the second skill, probably isn't, because they don't need more counterchargers. So I did say yesterday, but for you guys, it would be like earlier in the video, that I wanted a double rare that was very generic for the entire decks, but I didn't think they would actually give it to us. I do think this is good, just every unit besides itself cannot be chosen by effects, as long as they have different names from each other. Oh wait, no, different card names as this unit, so you could just have a full field of units with the same name, as long as they don't have the same name as this, they're fine. And it also has an on-hit ability for countercharge, so it can work in a lot of decks. That's actually really good. I give it a hot 3 of in a deck, just because like a lot of decks rely on certain plays to make their decks work, and certain rearguard circles being filled. So that ability might never go off in a certain deck, and it might go off in a few decks. So I give it a 3 for the decks it goes off in. And that's it for the cards. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, donate to the Patreon, join Discord, follow Twitch, and I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to stand up your vanguards.